any advice you would give for somebody just starting out, the 18, 19, or 17-year-old that
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
getting into it?
Yeah, I would say the biggest advice is I think education is really important. I think for me, I went to school for something very specific, like a sign language interpreting. It's very like niche. I
Hmm.
would recommend going to school for just like a general degree. I have an associate's degree and I work with people that have bachelors, right?
Hmm.
I didn't get a bachelor's degree. And I think that people look at these fancy degrees and they think, I got to go to this school and I have to have this degree. No, like you do. It's nice to have a degree. It does help you. I think having an associate's has helped me. But what really does it for you is your soft skills, which is how you communicate, how you show up on time, how are you dressed? Can
Hmm.
you do the job that's put in front of you and to the best of your ability? Even if you fail, are you trying, right? Are you
Yeah.
giving it 100%? So I think those skills are something that's lacking in it was lacking in my generation, it's lacking in the next generation of just like good solid work ethic, which is
Yeah.
literally just like showing up to work even if you hate your job. Show up to work because that's going to get you a
Yep.
better that mentality is going to get you a better job and a better paying one. And it's going to get you promotions, right? And it worked for me. And I'm not saying I have like the magic sauce that works for everybody, but I think those basic principles are what people should go after when they're younger. I think people tend to try like these get rich quick schemes, which irritate me to no end because I'm very against like multi-level marketing schemes because I think they steal money from like people that need the money. Like,
Yeah.
and that's my personal soapbox. But I think younger people, they see this glitz and glamour and they go after that instead of just focusing on basics, right? Because
Mhm.
in my position, I'm in technology. What happens in technology, right? It's going to change. In
Yes.
5 to 10 years, everything's going to be different. So I
Hmm.
think developing those skills that transfer is the most important thing for younger people. And then just like working hard and like believing in who you are as a person and just pursuing to be the best version of you. Like I know that's like super cliche to say, but honestly just believing that you can be more and do more. Because a lot of like I came from a my biological father was a drug addict and I was raised by a stepfather. He was a blue collar worker. We had very meager income. And I wasn't raised in a terrible situation, but some people are. And I think that they look at that and they think, I can never be more than this. And I think
Yeah.
people need to realize you can be so much more because you are not the situation that you're in or what you were
Exactly.
born into or your family. So
Hmm.
if you like believe in that and have a goal, young people like pursue your goal and pursue it regardless of what other people tell you. Like, yes, have mentors, but like block out noise, right?
Yes.
Block out noise and just pursue your goal and develop those basic skills. So that's probably my biggest advice for young people.
Break down goals to make them feasible into smaller steps. And you can do the same thing with exercise too. Like if you want to say like, "Oh, I want to start exercising," or "I want to be better," or "I want to lose weight," or whatever like that. Start yourself on a goal that is so small that if you do not achieve it, you're like, "Okay, wow, I'm like really a loser." Like if you want to
Yeah.
start exercising, okay, what exercise? Pick one. Push-ups. I want to be able to do 10
Hmm.
push-ups. Okay, set yourself a goal of 1 push-up a night. If you can't do that, then you will be able to do it. Set something so small that you will be able to do at least 1. And then when you've done 1, you're like, "Okay, I could do 2. I could do 3. I can do 4." Once you push yourself
Yeah.
to make the motivation to do just the 1, you'll be able to do more. And then you'll feel
Agree.
good about accomplishing a goal, and then it just leads you steps into being able to accomplish bigger goals and things like that.
First, it's still God have to call you.
Hmm.
Many gather, but few stay
Yeah.
because they don't have a revelation. And some, I can say, the parent make mistake. They don't train them the way they should go. And that's why when I see those type of thing, and take with heart to hold my kids, train them, love them, and then don't speak bad about the ministry. Don't speak bad about the saint when you are in the body. because the kids are a sponge. They suck that. So you have to stay clean and then always lift up your man of God. And then that's what they got. That's what they grew up with.
Yeah.
Technically, if you want to work to get yourself out of that situation, then everybody just saw you in that. Yeah, they did. You can just walk past. Stop scooting on.
He had just endless confidence in me when it came to real estate. When I had said, hey, I want to do this crazy thing and buy a rental property with all of our money, he was like, if anyone can figure it out, it's you. So
That's
I
awesome.
think his support seriously outweighed anyone who was skeptical of what I was doing.
Oh yeah, I was in that city, and then they transferred him and put at the top of the mountain, and then it's right there is the border of Dominican Republic under the hill.
Okay.
So we're in top, and that place it never get hot. I went there, and I think in the summer it was about 17 degrees up there.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
And I stayed there, and then system of my country is not like like here, so we have to put water in the fire to get hot water to shower. So I spent days, I never get shower. I just wash myself. One day I tell Dad I can't stay here no more. I have to go back to the city.
Just this week, Doc had to run out in the parking lot and pull 3 baby goats out of a goat that was trying to give birth right in the parking lot. So there's blood everywhere, guts everywhere. Goats are yelling. Doc has to run back inside
Man.
covered in blood to get his next puppy appointment started. And all I had to do was like, all right, looks good. Here's your check or here's your bill. Just call us, pay it off, get them goats home. And then just today,
Wow.
2 of our technicians had to run out in the parking lot and wrestle a muddy pig inside so we could trim its tusks. Everybody was covered in mud. It was disgusting and hilarious because the pig was screaming, and then everybody just had to watch it be dragged inside.
I got the dishwasher, I do my best, but we come from Haiti, there's some job where we don't want to stay on them.
Yeah.
And I tell all the other workers, I'm here on that dishwasher for a little bit, and they don't believe me because some of them have 8 years, 10 years in the dishwasher. I say, no, that's not my part. Even I don't speak English yet. And I work hard. Anytime I have a break, I went to help, the cook helper.
Yeah.
Do his work. Sometimes he just lay, don't do nothing, let me do it. But they didn't know my plan.
Yeah.
So one day he got in trouble with the chef, and he quit. And the chef sent me after him several times. And he said he was coming back. And the chef said there was a man already trained for the job, and that was me. So 6 months later, from that dishwasher, I become a cook helper. Cook helper, and while I'm doing my cook helper preparation, everything, then anytime I have a time, I want to help the cook.
Yeah.
Help the cook, and every day they call me name because I doing that, because I do the people job for them. And one day they need a cook to go cook a hamburger, hot dog by the pool. And then who they chose? That was me. And I become a chef because I don't know how to cook other thing, but I got my big jacket just like everybody and my big hat. And I show them, I tell them, I told you, I'm not gonna stay in that dishwasher for long. So I get out, I become a cook, and I start cooking since then.
Wow.
So you told me when that you had cooked for your dad when you were younger.
Yeah, when I was like 13, and since I was a kid, we always try to know how to cook, especially when you grow up with no mother, no father. So you have to learn how to do things for yourself. And when I come to my father, so he didn't have nobody to cook. We spent 7 months in the city. So I cook for him 7 months, and I do all kind of cooking. All the kind of meat, I cook for him. And since then, I become a good cook.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good training.
Yeah.
So I always had a mentor or a buddy, and I would say, show me everything you do. So when I was in a leasing position, I would go to my manager, even my assistant, and I would say, like, let me shadow what you're doing. I want to learn everything that you do because I want to, if you're not here and you're sick, I want to be able to fill in for you. So I think just taking that next step and having initiative was number one. Also, I feel like in today's day and age, like, you can't get people to show up on time for work. You can't get them to show up and look professional. So like literally just doing the basics makes you stand out, like the very basics. So I think just always pursuing more knowledge. Like, I craved learning more. And I think that is a key element in having like grit. Because you can't get promoted if you're constantly just like showing up for work and doing your actual job. You have to do your job amazingly well and learn the job ahead of you.